Millions of people are starting to lose interest in everything. They don't want a job. They don't want kids. They don't want a date. Let's talk about it. Today we're watching this video and let's see what he got to say.
I'm starting to feel a difference. You and me both. I'm starting to feel a change. And it's been happening for quite some time now. I'm starting to realize that people are just losing interest in everything now. They're losing interest
Yep.
in activities. They're losing interest in holidays. And
Personally, let me just say, I've been thinking this for the last couple of years. What's the point of any of this? I could die today. Nothing even matters. That's just the truth. And once you start looking at life like that, things get a little dark.
I wonder why. Because we've been feeling like this for quite some time. You and me both. Because the concerts that you used to go to, it's not fun anymore.
Nope.
The movies that you used to go see, they're not the same movies.
They're all the same.
And a lot of people are saying it's because we're maturing and we're older now. But I think it's deeper than that. I think it's a lot to do with the way that things are going on in this world and this economy.
The way things are going is it's designed to have us mentally broken. A young adult is supposed to be working their life away. What? They're supposed to be working at least 5 days a week, 40 hours, and that's minimum. If you're working 40 hours a week and you got to pay for your own bills, you're not getting by. You're going to be homeless. You cannot afford a 2,000 bedroom on a 20-hour a week minimum wage job. It's just not happening. And that's definitely one thing that's changed is when we were kids, we didn't think about this stuff. We didn't think about how money is everything when you're an adult.
It's like we're drained. A lot of people are mentally drained.
Yep.
And their mind is so far gone that they don't feel like nothing is fun anymore. Because I'm starting to notice that.
And I think it's also because of these cell phones, this constant use of technology. We're always comparing and looking at other people's lives and judging ourselves. It's just a big spiral, a loop of depression. That's what these devices are doing. They're making us hate our life. And I'm not just going to say it's just the technology. There's a lot of factors, but just the world is not the same it was 30 years ago. It's not at all.
Because all the things that you thought that should be fun, it's not fun anymore. And then I seen a comment on my channel that got to me. They were saying that people are not having fun because they don't have enough financial stability to have fun. And then people who have financial stability, they can have fun.
Think about it. If you're broke, you can't even afford your rent. You can barely afford to eat. How are you going to have fun? What are you supposed to do? If you're a millionaire and you're able to travel the world, you're able to go where you want, do what you want, buy what you want, see who you want. You don't have to worry about money. You can do anything. Like, when you really just look at the situation we're in, it's so obvious, people, why we are depressed, miserable, angry. It's so obvious. And it's all by design. It's all intentional. This is not an accident, people. It's like a bad dream you never wake up from. Broke forever until you die. You will own nothing and be happy. Enjoy.
All day, every day. And I want to know in the comments, is that true? Do a lot of y'all feel like that?
Yep.
Because I thought holidays wasn't just about money. And that's sad that we got to the point.
You know, it's not all about money, but when you need money to do everything, to do anything, like if you want to see your family, how are you going to see your family if you don't have gas? You want to make the kids happy, but you can't buy them anything. Meanwhile, their friends are getting, I don't know, if they're around my age, new car, whereas your parents might not have even gotten you anything. I mean, it is what it is, but it makes you think like, yeah, materials, materialistic stuff, it doesn't buy happiness, but is that really true? Would you rather be crying in a Bentley or a Toyota? Would you
And it's
rather be going through a breakup, stuck in your house, broke, can't afford bills, or would you rather be going through a breakup, taking a trip to Hawaii, Tahiti, and you're miserable in Tahiti? What would you rather?
true that everything evolves around money.
It does.
And I'm sad to say that. But it's really true.
Yep.
But I didn't think that having fun came with a price. Because when you were younger, we used to have fun all the time. It didn't come with a price. I used to play the Super Nintendo with my friends.
It didn't come with a price for you, but your happiness came at a price for your parents. Your parents had to sacrifice and work, and they had to provide. And we were able to have a good time. And that's just stuff you don't really think about when you're a child. You don't realize you're just in the moment, experiencing day to day. And if I had a choice, I would not be here today.
I used to go over to my friend's house, knock on the door, and it was simple. We played a game. So that's what I want to know, because it seems like we're just waking up. We're starting to realize what matters the most in life. Because all the things that we thought that mattered, what we was programmed to believe, it doesn't really even matter. Because you're supposed to be spending all the quality time with your family.
Your family's so busy, focused on money, they don't even have time to spend with you. Nobody has any time or money to spend together. Unless you're part of the 1%, good luck. Things are getting very hard. They're only going to get worse. There's going to be less and less and less time you're going to have with your family and loved ones. So you should appreciate it. Appreciate any time you have. Appreciate any moment that you get, because quite honestly, in the future, it's looking like there's going to be only less and less time for loved ones. Unless you're able to make a change, unless you're able to financially set yourself up and your family for a successful future, you're going to be having a hard rest of your life.
Most devastating thing that I found out, a lot of people don't even speak to their family no more. They don't have a good relationship with their family. So that's why it's a lot of people who gets sad around this time, who gets emotional, because they don't have no family. Some people burnt bridges with their family that they can't come back from. And some people are just saying they just outgrowing holidays and just things in general, because they got so much going on in their life. Times like this don't matter to them no more. And that's sad, because
That's me.
who would have ever thought
That's me.
that it would be times like this when stuff like this don't matter no more? People don't even celebrate birthdays no more. And that's the day that you was born. And you don't even celebrate it. It's just like it's another day.
Man, this guy is speaking some facts, man. He's speaking some truth. This is just how things are now. It's getting so bad. And people are just acting as if everything's normal, going on as day to day, just doing the same thing. But it is getting really bad, people. It's getting really dark. Family's not going to be spending any more time. Celebrations, like birthdays, all of that is a thing of the past. People don't care anymore. They're so miserable, depressed. lonely. Family is so terrible. So many people question their parents. Why did you even have me? Their parents don't even have an answer just because. It is what it is. People, you need to start living with intention. Start doing things with reason. If you're going to have a kid for a reason. Don't just do it because. That's why so many people are miserable. Because their parents, quite honestly, just had them because. And it makes me really frustrated because there's so many people who don't want to be here, who shouldn't be here, but it's their parents' fault. And that's one thing that makes me the most frustrated. Irresponsible parents just having kids. It's so selfish. It's terrible for everybody involved. It's terrible for the planet. Move with intention. Stop just sleeping around. Stop just having babies, especially if you're very young.
And I guess you know what people say. What you gonna do for your birthday?
Nothing.
You gonna go out somewhere? You gonna buy yourself something?
Yeah, right?
But what if you don't got the money to even fund your own birthday? You can't even afford to pay for your own birthday. So that's why that comment got to me, because that's part of the reason. That's a good perspective. And I want to know, do y'all feel that same way?
I do.
Because that's interesting, because I thought it was much more. But we're lost. As Americans, it's like we're lost. We're so lost to the point that we forgot what matters the most.
The crazy thing is, this happened in the span of like 40 years. 40 years, and the whole family dynamic completely crumbled, broke. Don't get me wrong, there's still some families that got a great dynamic, and you're blessed, and you better appreciate what you have. Because majority of us out here got a terrible family dynamic. We got stepdads and stepmoms and missing fathers, absent, jail-ridden felons. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If you're watching this and you know, you know. It's just despicable, disgraceful. So many parents are just disgusting embarrassments. And then you create something and you're expecting it to be what? The next president? No, they're going to follow in your footsteps. They're going to be similar to you. The apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. And it doesn't make sense how the family dynamic has become so shaken up and turned upside down in just like 40 to 50 years. Makes no sense.
Important things anymore.
I guess it does. Inflation. Also, feminism, separating the man from the house, making the wife the breadwinner. There's so many things that have caused this collapse of our society. It's tragic, but it is what it is. You got to accept it and try to make change for yourself. Try not to have a toxic household like you might have grew up in. Try to create a good environment. Don't bring kids into the world until you're really truly ready, until you know that your kid will be happy, be proud of you. Don't just have a kid to have a kid. I know I keep saying that, but
and that's sad, because that's what they want us to do, to not value nothing anymore other than making $1 and be stuck on survival mode for the majority of your life. So nothing seems fun. The music ain't the same no more. You don't get that good quality no more. When you walk down the street, it ain't hello no more. It's what you looking at. Everybody got an attitude. Everybody's speeding now. Don't nobody know how to drive the speed limit? Not everybody, majority. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I think we're ready to die. Quite honestly, I think majority of Americans are ready to die. We have nothing to live for. We have no meaning, no purpose. We're just existing day to day, doing the same routine, doing the same job, getting no respect, having no fun. And I think that's why so many people do have kids, because they're just doing the same thing. They're like, what am I even doing in my life? I might as well bring a kid and do something. But that's not the answer. It's not.
And then you so lost to the point that you got so much going on in your life. People are just losing interest. They're not interested in TV shows no more that they used to watch. They feel like the TV shows is not making no sense no more. They're not ending them off right. A lot of shows are getting canceled because they're losing their audience. A lot of video games that people play, they don't have that same fun. Maybe it's because you're getting older. And then as you're getting older, time seems to be flying by so fast. Then it's like you're getting up every day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, working your shift. And it's been a big energy shift. And I didn't know that it would get to this point.
It's crazy.
But I guess it had to.
I can relate with him so heavy, bro. Everything he's saying is exactly how I feel. Yo.
One day. And it showed up a day too soon because nobody seems to be interested in nothing.
This guy's awesome.
And that's crazy. Lost interest in music. Lost interest in movies. Lost interest
in friends, lost interest in family, lost interest in health, lost interest in fitness, lost interest in music, lost interest in art. It's just like anything and everything. It's just, why am I here? Can I go?
And chilling with their family. And some people even lost interest in their relationships.
Oh, I
and
forgot.
Their marriage.
Yep, that's another
one. And they
one.
didn't check themselves out the relationship a long time ago. Because at the end of the day, people changed. And sometimes you can change for the better or you can change for the worse. But it may not be a bad thing that we're outgrowing things because you're supposed to evolve and grow in life.
Yeah.
So that's why nothing really seems fun to you anymore. Because you're outgrowing it. You want to evolve.
Yep.
Because if you don't evolve, you're going to have the same mindset. So a lot of people are switching up their mindsets. And a lot of people are starting to wake up. That's why they feel like they can't be programmed no more to like this and like that because somebody told them to like that. And they're starting to feel good about it. And they're starting to just get rid of anything that they're not interested in anymore, that they consider toxic and what's bad for their mind, out their life. But can you blame them? But that's my take on the situation. So let me know if I got a point.
Yeah.
And like this video. Because if you don't like it, you still gonna see me again. So peace.
Damn. Let's see this. Hold up. I'm gonna like that video, man. That was talk to him, bro. I'll give him a subscribe and a like. Talk to him, bro. Well, I mean, everything he said in that video is point on, man. It touched all the points. Like, millions are starting to lose interest in everything. And it's a sign that things are changing for the worst. So just be aware, people. Try to keep a positive mindset. Try not to be too depressed and let this stuff get you down. But If you related to this kind of content, if you like this message, man, go check out, talk to him, bro. He makes good videos. Anyways, like, share, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Trippy. Peace.